of Ian is a Weirdo. Today, I want to just have a real chat with you guys, and I'm actually making a list of ways that I can take care of myself. For those of you who don't know, I do have bipolar disorder coupled with borderline personality disorder, and I have generalized anxiety disorder. I've got agoraphobia, so leaving the house is really hard. Um, I've just got a lot of shit going on. Oh, and I have PTSD, but that's there. Just list all my diagnoses out for you guys. Um, so that wasn't the point of today. So thank you for coming in. I wanted to help. I wanted to get some help from you guys on how you take care of yourself and add it to my list of how I can incorporate self care. And I'm not necessarily talking about like take a bubble bath, like wear a face mask, like that's not the kind of self care that I want to talk about. I want to talk about like general self care for people who really struggle with it, like myself. Um, I really struggle with. Hey, Racine, welcome in. Happy to have you here. I would love to. You have lots of tips. I would love some tips on self care. How do you take care of yourself? How do you show your body, your mind, your spirit that you give a shit? Honestly, side note, if you're not used to cussing, welcome to my channel. So my hair is a mess, so I put it in a hat. Um, that's why I'm wearing a hat in like 1,000-degree weather. But I wanted to get a list going of things I can do to take care of myself because it's something that not only have I noticed, but my partner, my wife Mel, has noticed as well. Is that I just don't give a shit. I just I need help giving a shit, and this might like some of the things I say might sound like gross or stupid, or like babies can do that. But when you are an adult man who can't take care of himself, um, you need some guidance. And right now, I need some guidance. I need some hope, and I just need someone to be like, hey, it's okay. You're worth taking a shower every other day. So that's one of my goals is to take a shower at least every other day. That shows my body, hey Daniel, welcome in. Um, it shows my body I give enough of a shit about it to keep it clean, to keep it, you know, because like the other day, I couldn't be bothered to take a shower, and I was like, why? Who cares? And I need to have the spirit that I care. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need to use basic skills, keep clean, bathe every other day. Okay, perfect. Yeah, so I'm gonna. Um, sorry if I'm shaking the table. This table is rickety as hell. Um, so I need to shower every other day. Brush teeth after meals. Oh, that's great. I think that like if I'm gonna be honest, I brush my teeth right now, like once every blue moon. I feel so embarrassed to be talking to you guys about this because it shows how gross of a human I am. And like, I don't mean to be gross. I just don't give a shit. Um, So I know that you can overbrush your teeth and it's hard on your gums. You can also scrape the enamel on your teeth. My mom's a dentist. So I think that brushing my teeth twice a day would be a vast improvement from where I'm at right now. So I'm going to add brush my teeth twice a day. I want to do attainable goals because it's hard going from 0 to 60 if you don't like if you don't do anything and then like all of a sudden you do it all the time. So I want to have attainable goals that I can attain. Um, Dry skin, keep away from chafing. So, since I started testosterone, I don't have dry skin anymore. I used to have dry skin. Now that I'm on testosterone, I have the opposite. Daniel, I'm having a crisis, so that's why I'm asking for help. I want to get through my list. Uh, so. Um, so I want to floss once a day. I have one of those lower retainers that's permanent, and like shit never stops getting stuck under there. So I put flour. Floss daily. Okay, let's see. Oh, dry skin after showering. Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, my um, I'm really bad about putting on lotion. Um, Maybe I should put on lotion daily. I'm gonna put that as a goal. Lotion daily. Because I have some lotion that smells like musky and like not super girly and um, swearing. Oh, I'm sure you're saying sweating. Okay, can cause it also. Keep dry. Yeah. So put on deodorant daily. I know this sounds gross, but if I'm not going anywhere, I don't put on deodorant. If I'm not gonna see anyone, like I'm like, what's the point? But that's gross, right? That's my hair is literally such a mess right now. It was sticking straight up before this drain. So, shower every other day, brush teeth twice daily, floss daily, lotion up daily, put on deodorant daily. Um, yeah, that sweating comment definitely. Um, yeah, definitely want to keep dry. I'm gonna say change my clothes daily. It's really easy to end up in the same pajama pants for like a week if you don't go anywhere or do anything. So I think just the act of changing my clothes, refreshing myself, will be positive for my self care. Um, God, I'm really airing out, and this is not meant to be a pun, but I'm airing out a lot of my dirty laundry here because I, don't talk about this with people, and I'm putting it on the internet like a fool. Um, but I appreciate the help, nonetheless. If a person has a lot of body weight, poor circulation, lotion is good. Yeah, it's definitely I do not have poor circulation, but lotion is good to increase circulation as you're massaging it into the skin. Absolutely. I have this thing that's kind of weird, which is one of the reasons I forget about lotion a lot, to be honest. But um, like I've got this thing where like I don't like putting lotion where I have body hair, which is becoming everywhere except my chest where I want it. Um, but uh, or my face, I don't have it there either. So it's like it's weird putting lotion where there's hair, but it's still an important area to moisturize. So I need to wash my face twice daily. and I'm gonna put skincare routine included. If you haven't noticed, I have a ton of acne, and um, you're gonna pack your suitcase and go away for a bit. Oh, I hope that's a positive trip for you. So I need to take care of my skin, otherwise my skin gets outrageously pissed off at me, unruly level of pissed off at me, and I uh, got to deal with that. So so yeah, so I wash my face daily. So I think that's most of the bathroom stuff, right? So shower, brushing my teeth, lotion, deodorant, changing my clothes, washing my face. Um, what else can I do to take care of myself? So I'm gonna put that in this section, and I'm gonna call it bath and hygiene, right? Because that's what it is. So I don't think that I need to do my hair or anything to feel clean, to take care of myself. Sometimes I do stuff with my hair. It's really hard with this summer heat because if I go outside, I pretty much, if I want to look presentable, I have to have stuff in my hair. It will just frizz up, go straight up. It just becomes this, like, I look like I put my finger in a socket. My mom calls it Einstein hair because I just froze out, and it's not great. So so yeah, I think that I need to um, I'm not gonna put hair stuff on here, but I acknowledge that if I want to look presentable, I kind of have to put hair stuff in. It's the curse of curly frizzy hair. Um, we don't share your brush or comb with anyone. Yeah, so I don't, so my hair is so short and so curly that I actually don't even brush my hair. I know that sounds crazy, but like it doesn't get tangled. Like it just doesn't. It's I don't need to brush my hair. If I brush my hair, it actually pisses it off more. Um, so so I don't use anything like that. I just use my fingers, and that has worked fine with the length that I'm at because it's still pretty short, um, and it's just on the top of my head. I don't have hair, around here really. So I think that's the basic section about bathing and hygiene. Um, So I think that unless we can think of anything else, which I can't really, um, okay. So um, now I this next topic that I want to talk about is a pretty sensitive topic because it has to do with my PTSD, and I'm really trying to get over it, and I'm really trying to work through it because I'm an adult. I should be able to cook for myself, and I should be able to go into a refrigerator and not be scared. But unfortunately, I have an issue with, um, I don't know how else to call it, but food insecurity, where I really struggle with um, preparing, storing food for myself. Um, and it's kind of a long story about my childhood, and I don't really want to get into that because I don't want to put my parents on blast on here. Because that's just not the goal. Like I have a good relationship with my parents right now, and I don't want to fuck that up. But um, I, this is my problem, not theirs. So meal plans don't work for me. So I um, I have like a fundamental problem with going into a fridge. When I was growing up, you never knew what was good or bad in the fridge. So I just kind of wrote it all off as bad. And because there's nothing like, oh, I'm going to make the spaghetti, and then you find mold in it as you're eating it. It's disgusting, and it literally, like, I get shivers all over my body thinking about it. um, and sorry, that was my phone. And so it's not just about planning meals, it's about, like, can I get food out of the fridge today? um, so we have some alternatives, food that's not in the fridge, like dry food that can be stored in the pantry and stuff like that. But I think one thing I need to do is eat three. I'm gonna put eat 2 to 3 meals a day. Um, Depending on when I wake up, because my sleep has been all kinds of messed up. Which we'll talk about sleep. We'll talk about sleep, or I want to talk about sleep. Um, So eat 2 to 3 meals a day. Yeah, and honestly, like, my wife is really good about keeping bad food out of the fridge. She throws things away in a timely manner, but it's like it's something that is inherently like in me, where I just assume all the food is bad. Like, even if I know for a fact it's all good, I assume it's bad. And this is something that I've been uh, trying to work in through in therapy. It's not really working, to be honest. And uh, I will just not eat. I grew up and I was fairly skinny. My adolescent life, especially, because I just didn't eat, and so um, my wife is still at her parents', and I've been eating 1 meal a day, and it's only out of necessity. I don't even want to eat that much, and I don't have an eating disorder. And I don't mean to be insensitive or anything to people who do have an eating disorder, but like that's not what's going on with me. Hey Sam, I don't have an eating disorder, and uh, I just don't care enough to eat. And I'm trying to learn to give a shit about myself, and and eat to take care of my body and to take care of, you know, things that need to happen. I just, like, I can't not eat, but like that's what I've been doing. Um, and Um, so I think that eating 2 to 3 meals a day, regardless of if it's cereal or if it's a protein bar or something like that, will be really healthy for me, healthier at least. Um, and it's kind of equal parts like laziness, because I just, like, I don't care about my body. I don't care about starving to death. Like, I don't. And um, I just, like, I need to care about that stuff, right? Like, that's normal, but I don't. And so, with all of my conditions that I have going on, I really need to start taking care of my body like I want it to live. And I'm not doing that right now. So that's what you guys are helping me with. And I really appreciate the help. Um, so I said eat 2 to 3 meals a day, try new food. I don't want to say go there and eat it. Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, it's not that I have a problem with trying new food. I try new food whenever I can. Yeah, it's just yeah, that's a good idea. We so I am in an area that doesn't have any, how do I want to put this? Any friendly churches, if that makes sense. Um, and um, So I would have to travel a little bit out of my way. Not that they're super far away, but I mean, it's about 30 minutes to get to a church that I know is cool with who I am as a person. So that's all I'll say about that. But yeah, I know that churches do have like meals and things like that. And I think that that's great. But I also have agoraphobia and I don't want to leave the house. Um, so it's just a struggle, man. Um, so eat 2 to 3 meals a day. I'm not gonna quantify how healthy or unhealthy they should be because honestly, eating 2 to 3 meals a day is honestly hard enough for me. Um, but uh, um, I'm gonna say I'm gonna put a qualifier and say that they should be homemade because, or like, made by someone and not fast food. That's kind of what I'm saying. So if I ate like at a church meal or something like that would be homemade enough. It's not like I'm eating Wendy's every single day because unfortunately, even like the healthier options at a lot of fast food chains, they're still not that healthy. So, so I want to make sure that I'm getting proper nutrition in my body, getting a balanced diet, and that kind of thing. So I think that is don't eat 3 big meals. I snack 5 to 7 times a day. Yeah, so that actually is more. I understand why people do that, and some people say it's healthier to eat more frequently like that. Um, I find that it's just more work for me. I barely care about feeding myself once. Feeding myself 7 times is not going to happen. Just, I mean, to be frank, like I'm not trying to argue or anything. You guys are helping me out a lot, but I'm just trying to say like the the reality of my situation. Um, so let me drink some coffee. Okay, so um, maybe under that, um, maybe find regular meal times because I kind of eat whenever I get hungry, and like I said, I grew up not eating a lot, and where I would eat 1 meal a day, and it would be at midnight. So, um, if I find more regular meal times, maybe I can train my body to get hungry more often. So, just like I've trained my body to be addicted to caffeine, which I know isn't great, but like we've got bigger fish to fry today. Oh no, you had a gallbladder infection? Oh my gosh, that sounds terrible. Oh, I hope you're doing better. Looking to eat better. We all, yeah, a lot of us do. I would say that I generally don't. Occasionally I do. Um, I tend to overeat with my wife. Um, uh, but I need to control my portions more. But right now, like I said, the priority isn't overeating, it's undereating. And oh, that's so good. I'm glad to hear that. Oh, I hate that for you. Um, so, so find regular meal times is definitely like, just getting a schedule. I think getting a schedule is going to be good for me. And I think that all the stuff that we're doing once I have a list of everything I need to do, I can create kind of a daily schedule for me. So if you don't know, I am applying for Social Security disability, and and uh, right now I'm not working, and I crochet. I crochet all day pretty much, but I don't have a schedule. And I'm not someone who thought that they needed a schedule until I didn't have any at all. And now I'm like, oh shit, like I kind of need something to make um to make like my day have structure, have meaning. Because right now I feel like lost in the woods. I just feel like there's nothing keeping me grounded. So I want, once I have all this stuff, and what to eat and how to eat it in their time frame. I'm familiar with the nutritional pyramid. Um, I don't really know about their time frame, so I don't have that. Um, if you find something, so I'm gonna put my email in here and forgive the dead name. I actually I have a new email where I don't have my dead name. I think I know it, but I just want to make sure. So yeah, yeah. So it's Ian's Weirdo Emporium, which is my Etsy name. Just Google a nutritional diagram, and the picture came up, so you can look at it right away. Yeah, like I said, I know the diagram. I just don't know about the times. But I can look it up. But if you want to email me something, that's my email. Just so you know. So okay, so we have meals, and um, I think that um, okay, so another thing that creeps me out. This has nothing to do with PTSD. Actually, it might have something to do with PTSD. Is cleaning dishes, and so I think that I should clean dishes after I use them. I think this will be better than letting them sit in the sink and letting them get gross. Um, because that's what I do. I just like let them sit in the sink, and then I don't want to go in the sink because the sink is nasty. Ugh. So I don't want to go and go in the sink. So if I can just clean the dishes right after I use them, I know that the food's not dried on, caked on, dirty, and gross, and nasty. Um, then I can uh, be a little bit more chill about using them. So I think that's mostly my meal stuff. Um, yeah, mostly meals. So put that in the meal section. Okay. So next, um, it's just as I'm working in the kitchen, so I don't have a stack of dishes after eating my meal. Yeah, it's just like once they go in the sink, they are dead to me. Honestly, I'd rather eat off paper plates for the rest of my life than have to go into it, like into a sink and have to clean dishes. I don't know. It's like when I was growing up, dishes would be in there for weeks, weeks, and they would be so gross. They'd be growing mold on them, and like I cannot do that. Like mold is literally causing me PTSD. Um, so um, and I joke because it's true. So uh, yeah, so maybe just like cleaning dishes as I go. So like I eat lunch, I wash the plate that once I'm done, I wash the plate that I ate it on, and then I put it on the drying rack, and that's that. Um, I don't think we have a working dishwasher. We don't use it, so we don't have enough. I think it's mostly because we don't have enough dishes to fill the dishwasher, so my wife just doesn't use it. But I don't know if it actually works, to be honest. Also, I find that dishwashers don't get food dishes very clean. I just, I just don't like them. So, anywho, that's a whole side rant. Let's see. So, meals. Um, okay, so giving a shit about myself. Um, okay, so uh, we'll go with take medicine. So this includes on my dailies, my weekly testosterone shot. I just want to include take medicine. I I have not always been great in the past about taking my medicine consistently, which can cause a slingshot effect, which makes you feel worse. So taking my medicine is a really important part of my daily routine, and probably the only thing that I've actually been able to maintain while my wife has been um, at her parents. So, taking my medicine is really important, taking it at certain times. So, this will help me create my schedule as I have, like, I've got one medicine that I have to take. With being a nurse, you have 1 hour to 1 hour after of taking your meds. So it really depends on the medicine that I'm taking. So I've got medicine that I've got to take before I eat. I have to take it on an empty stomach. I've got medicine that I have to take right after I eat. And then I have medicine that I have to take just after I've eaten it all. It doesn't have to be right after, but I need to have something on my stomach. Yeah. So basically, I think I'm good on my meds. I've learned through hard trial and error that I can't just take my meds willy ass nilly. I need to take them and take care of my body. Food is also um, yeah. Uh, Food is also important to space it. So I think once I create like my daily schedule, I will um, I will uh, make sure to include when to take my medicine and stuff. So let's talk about sleep. Um, so sleep is something that's really hard for me. Um, I take sleep medicine, and um, I uh, find that it doesn't like knock me out. So I have to be tired to actually go to bed, and sometimes that's not until like 2 to 4 in the morning. So I really need to regulate my sleep cycle. If you're familiar with bipolar disorder, you know that sleep is very critical in maintaining, and schedules in general are very important in maintaining healthy kind of level state. Once your sleep goes all off the rails, man, shit goes back crazy. So, so sleep is important, and I know that. Yeah, I'm doing all that. I do need to get a blood level check, but I'm switching doctors. Um, so I uh, think they're just going to order another one, and I don't want to have to deal with the communication and the signing of the waivers between one office to the other, because sometimes offices don't communicate well, all that stuff. So, so I just would rather wait on that, but I will. I do get my blood checked when I need to, because I'm on lithium, which requires blood checks. Also, now I have to get drug tested because I'm on anxiety medicine, and I'm pretty pissed about that. If we're gonna be frank, I know that there is abuse in the system. Hey, Darsha. Yeah. As someone who's high functioning Asperger's, what's important to her others is not important to her. It doesn't mean you are both anything but amazing. Oh, that's so sweet. I appreciate that. I just really like, like I'm learning, I'm trying to learn how to care about myself. And I've said that time and time again. Oh, hey Candy. Welcome in, Miss Chocolate. Ooh, that sounds very ooh, girl. Um, I'm doing okay. We're getting through some issues that I face every day, and mainly the problem is I don't care about my body or my health or anything, and I need some guidance as to how to take care of myself. And I'm not just talking when I talk about self care. I'm not just talking about bubble baths and face masks. I'm talking about like eating uh, regular meals. I'm because like when my wife isn't here, I eat one meal a day, and that's only out of necessity. So I really need to um, start taking better care of myself, and just uh, you know caring. I don't care, and I should care. It's my body, it's my mind, it's my spirit. I don't care. I don't care. And I think it's really dragging on me, and it's definitely made a difference in my relationship and in with others and with myself. And I just need some help. So any advice you guys want to give me, I'm totally up for it. We've already talked about bath and hygiene. We've talked about meals. Talked about taking my medicine, and now I want to talk about sleep. So I'm going to kind of repeat some things for the new folks. So let me get a little bit of caffeine, a little bit of nicotine. Sorry. There are things I'm addicted to. We're going to address those because I need help in like so many ways. It's crazy. I just like, I don't know if anyone can relate to this, but I just don't care about myself. I know I said that before, but like I just don't care. Like if I were to just like wither away into nothing, I just don't think I'd care. And it's not that I'm suicidal. I want to be very clear that I'm not. But it's just that I don't have that like drive to give a shit. And I want to build that up so that one day I will care. I will care that so yeah, so I do read. Um I do read, but I read throughout the day. So that's a thing where it's like it actually activates my mind. Also, I read a lot of like smutty stuff, so so it kind of gets my engine going a little bit, if you know what I'm saying. So I think that um, reading I need to create a sleep schedule where I do this, do that, do this, do that, and then sleep. And kind of program my body to have a sleep response. And I need to have like a bedtime. So I it's hard because there's a lot of things that like I used to be able to do that used to help me unwind that now because my life is so unstimulating because I don't have a routine and I don't have um, all this stuff going on in my life. I'm not working or anything. And so I find that I have a hard time. Now things are stimulating, like reading. Like reading's really stimulating for me. Um, and not just in a sexual way, but it's mentally stimulating. And so it just doesn't put me to sleep like it used to. So I think uh, maybe I should put this in my take medicine. Okay, so I'll put it in my sleep section. So I'm going to say take sleep medicine by midnight. I know that it sounds late, and it is pretty late, but honestly, if I said 10 o'clock, I would still be awake at 4. Like, so I need to be realistic about when my body wants to go to sleep right now, and maybe I can inch that back over time. But midnight for me, usually I'm asleep within the hour if I'm tired. But if I don't get tired, I'm not gonna fall asleep. Listen to classical music. Oh yeah. Yeah, I could stay up for days reading. Um so take so I'm gonna say set bedtime for 1. And I know I'm gonna set my bedtime like, okay, I'm gonna be in bed at 1 a.m. I might not fall asleep at 1 a.m., but I'm gonna get into bed by 1 a.m. and I'm gonna stay there if I can help it. Um, so that's kind of what my goal is to just at least um, set a bedtime and you know, try to respect that. Um, so yeah, so setting a bedtime. And then I also need to set alarms to wake up. Um, I'm thinking between 9 and 10. What do you guys think? See, I don't want to wake my wife up because like she's a light sleeper. So if I set an alarm, I'm a heavy sleeper. So like I don't want to wake her up. But um I feel like 10 could be too late. Um but 10's still better than what I've been doing. But I've been waking up at like 11 um most days. So I feel like it's not that much of an improvement. Do you use actual sleep meds? Yes, I do. Um uh so uh So the thing about melatonin is it does not work on everybody. It either really works for you and you are like golden and you have the best, most magical sleep in the world, or you're me and other people who melatonin does not even touch you. Unfortunately, melatonin does not touch me. Um, and so that is unfortunate. But I use actual sleep meds, so I need to get a certain amount of sleep. Otherwise, I am uh, a zombie. So I think I'm gonna say 9. 9:30. 9:30 feels like more productive than 10, even though it's only 30 minutes. But like, uh, it feels a little bit better. Okay, so I'm gonna put once I get out of bed. Melatonin is my best friend. I'm so jealous. I wish I could just take melatonin. I don't mean to say just take melatonin like it's nothing. Like, I know it's helpful for so many people, but like, I wish I could take melatonin without being prescribed a medication. Unfortunately, I have to be prescribed a medication. Also, just due to the fact of some medicine changes, I am on high dose of a medicine. Um, so I don't know, I'm pretty embarrassed. So, I don't work. And um, I, this is, sorry, this is really hard. I'm embarrassed. So, with my mental conditions, I am no longer able to work. And this is a new um, occurrence within the last couple years. And I previously had been stable, and then I had a big mental breakdown and could no longer work. So now I am applying for Social Security disability insurance. Yeah, I'm trying not to like, go big. I'm trying to set attainable goals. So I don't work. I just crochet pretty much all day, or draw or stream or whatever. Um, so I don't have anything tethering me to a schedule whatsoever, and that's what's been so dangerous because my whole life I've been able to schedule anything, and I didn't think I need a schedule because I already had so much in my life. Hi Zach, welcome in. But like, now that I have no schedule to speak of, I just I find myself totally lost. So I'm trying to just like, you know, when I was working, it made sense. Oh, everyone's going out to lunch. Oh, I should eat lunch. Oh, that kind of thing. Whereas now, I just don't give a shit. I just don't care. I have nothing. I just feel like I have nothing to live for. And like, I know that sounds dramatic. I know that sounds suicidal. Again, I'm not. You did your first chain. Congratulations. I'm not suicidal. I promise. I promise. I promise. I promise. I know when I'm suicidal. I am not suicidal. But I just have trouble giving a shit about myself, and that's what I'm trying to do. So I'm gonna put on my list. So yeah, very happy for you, Zach. And once you do one chain, it becomes easier and easier and easier, and you'll just be chaining them up. Just my tip for counting chains is instead of looking at the front and trying to count chains that way, because it can be really difficult, you turn on the back, there's a little bump, and if you count the bumps, then you actually count how many chains you have, just so you know. No, don't apologize. Be excited. Celebrate your victories. Take my advice. Do as I say, not as I do. So I'm going to put once I wake up, get out of bed, and don't get back in. Does anyone else do that where they like Oh, it's so hard to write. My hands are so shaky from my meds. That's a great tip of bumps on the back of the chain. Thank you very much. That's actually how I learned to crochet. I had a mentor in both work and in crochet who told me about that because I was like, how many chains did I just do? I can't count. And she was like, turn it over on the back, see the bumps, count the bumps. Now I do uh, what are they? The foundationless chains or foundation chain, whatever they're called. I can never remember. Now I do those, and I like those because they're a lot easier to count. But I definitely don't want to overwhelm Zach with with that when he's just trying to learn how to chain. But does anyone else get out of bed and then get back in? I'm so bad about that. I'm such a heavy sleeper that sleep like overtakes my whole body. And I just like, once I'm in the sleep mode, I could just jump back into bed and sleep for like 6 more hours. Yeah, of course, that. Okay, so let's see. So here are my things for sleep. I'm bad for that. Yeah. So take sleep meds by midnight. Set bedtime for 1 a.m. Set alarms to wake up by 9:30 a.m. You have seizures now and can't work, so I'm right there with you. Oh, Darsha, oh, I'm so sorry. Please take care of yourself. Oh my gosh, seizures are so bad. Oh, I hate to hear that for you. Yeah, please take care of yourself. Um, I don't want to tell you how you live your life, but I know that there's a lot of good seizure medicines out there, and I hope you find something that helps you because they are very serious. And yeah, Dr. Semi, I need to go. I'll email you. Bye, Racine. Thank you so much for your help. I really appreciate it. Um, yes, I really appreciate it, and I hope you have a great day. And thank you for everything. Can't wait to see your email. And then I also have once I wake up, get out of bed and don't get back in. Your girlfriend has seizures also. She has to take seizure meds. Oh no, Zach. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh, I hope she's okay. Oh, I just hate to hear that for both of you. Um, yeah, it's like I didn't have 35 years of work, but I it's just like you feel so lost. You're like, what do I do to fill my day now? And then you also have to take care of this medical condition and make sure you're safe with that. And so it's just like, you know, the thing about bipolar and all that stuff is like ruminating and negative self talk and all of this stuff, all of that, it's kind of like you need to keep the mind busy because your mind is so. There's a book that I'll just quote the title, but it's called An Unquiet Mind, and it's talking about bipolar disorder. And I feel like that's the exact description of my mind. My mind is always going, and because I don't care about myself, if if I give myself some time to think, it'll just go down this rabbit hole and I'll just end. I think a lot of people ruminate, even if you don't have bipolar disorder or anything, any kind of mental disorder. I mean, people just, you go down a rabbit hole and you're just like, ugh, like I hate myself or like I'm not doing enough or whatever. And so downtime is my worst enemy. So I try to stay busy with crochet and with TV and with blah blah blah. But it's just like, it feels so ultimately worthless when you compare it to work. Work is so complex. There's managers, there's your task, there's people who might report to you, and all of these things, and you're just like stretched in so many directions that you don't have time to be bored. I mean, some work you can be bored at, but I certainly couldn't be bored at my job, and now I'm fucking bored. um I'm gonna put make my bed. I feel like I've been told that people who make their bed every day feel like they've accomplished one thing. So I'm gonna put that on there because I want to feel like I accomplished something. Although I think making the bed is a dumb thing to accomplish, but whatever. If people say it works, I'll try it. Okay, so I have make my bed. Oh, she has epilepsy. Oh, yeah, that's really tough. Um, yeah, well, I'm glad she's on medication. Um, like I said, I mean, epilepsy, seizures, they are very serious. They can be very serious. And I unfortunately know some people, I say unfortunately because it's unfortunate that they have seizures. I know people who have seizures and they're scary and they can be life threatening. So um, it's, it's getting used to being alone. Oh, yeah. Um, I I don't have that same problem. I totally understand where you're coming from because I'm alone now because my wife is at my in-laws, and getting used to being alone is so hard because you're like, hello, anybody, anybody, please help me, and it's so boring. You can't talk to anyone, so you start talking to yourself. People think you're crazy. Oh, it is hard. But yeah, so the normal situation is that my wife works from home and we are up each other's asses, and I don't mean that in a sexual way. Every single day, where she watches TV to work, and I crochet on the couch. So she's on one couch, I'm on the other couch. Now you like it too much. Yeah, and then when people come home, you're overstimulated and you're like, "Oh my god, shut the fuck up." I get that too. My wife could literally talk bark off of a tree. And so I've just made up that expression, so I don't know if that's an actual expression, but she'd talk paint off a wall. Um, and so she just it's you're just like, oh my gosh, please just chill the fuck out. You're overstimulating me. I went from no stimulation to overstimulation. It's too much. Yeah, I get that. But we because we both spend so much time together in the same room, we have just driven each other crazy, and it's really put a strain on our marriage to be confined to this tiny space. So, what I'm going to do when she comes back is spend more time at this desk, even if I'm not streaming, just spending time in this hallway to give her some space and to give me some space. I think that's really important because no two people, no matter how in love you are, can stand to be in the same room for 24 hours a day, every day, for months and years. It's just not possible. I don't care how much you love each other, it's just not possible. It's not possible for us, at least. So, uh, you know, I'm just gonna try to give her more space. But we're in a kind of a one bedroom situation. We live in my parents' basement because, again, I don't have a job, so now I don't have uh, money for an apartment. And my wife was not working while I was losing my shit, so we both don't didn't have jobs. Now she has a job, and I don't, and the whole dynamic has changed. It's a whole whirlwind of like fuckery, honestly. Let's get back to this list. So I'm gonna say make my bed every morning. Let's see. Are there any other sleep things? Okay, so we talked about the timing of my sleep meds, bedtime, alarms to wake up. My 25 and 21-year-old live at home with me. Yeah, so that adds just like a whole nother layer of like people to deal with. Yeah. Um, Making my bed every morning. Yeah. And then once I wake up, get out of bed, don't get back in, and make my bed every morning. Are there any other things for sleep that I feel like are important? Um, um, yeah, setting alarms. And I have to set like 5 alarms. It bothers the shit out of my wife, um, but I just don't wake up. Like, I am such a heavy sleeper. A literal train could run into my house, take out my wife right next to me, and I would still be asleep. I don't wake up. I need like 5 alarms. Getting out of pajamas or robe during the day. Maybe that's just me. Oh, I like that. So I did put, okay, yeah, yeah, I like that. Get out of PJs. So yeah, because I put change clothes daily, but sometimes I just wear my I mean, I'm literally doing that right now. I'm literally wearing my pajamas. So so I think that would be good because it's like, okay, you've got your pajamas and then you've got your like active work, not work, um, daily clothes. Um, Although I don't really know, like, do I have enough clothes that are not PJs? I don't know. The only thing that wakes me up is babies crying. It's the leftover mom thing. Yeah. Yeah, my house could be on fire. I'd probably sleep through it. Honestly, you'd probably die from carbon monoxide poisoning first. I'm just saying. Um, yeah, so I like that. Oh my gosh, do you guys want to hear something embarrassing? So, so oftentimes I will sleep topless. Um, And I do this because I'm a trans man, and I just like not having a shirt and just wearing boxers just feels natural to me. And so I uh, Snapchatted my wife, or I meant to, and you were hilarious. And so uh, I I woke up and I kind of had my pillow over my chest. And so I haven't had top surgery yet. And you don't have to have top surgery to be trans, let that be known. And some people are very comfortable showing their body because they're like, this is a man's body, whatever. But I'm not that kind of person. I am a large chested person. I do not like showing my chest at all. So I kind of had like a pillow, like I was like looking over a pillow like this and was covered mostly, but it was clear that I was topless. So I sent my wife a picture. I always send her a Snapchat or a text or something when I get up. So I said like, I'm up, and instead of sending it to her, I posted it on my story. And so she's like, now everyone knows you sleep topless. I was like, I don't care. I'm a dude. Like, tons of dudes sleep topless. Like, it's fine. But like, it just was like, oopsies. Maybe I should look a little bit more carefully because one day I'm going to post something that should not be seen. And also, I couldn't delete it. So I was like, oh, shit. Yeah, that was this past week. Oops. Okay, so I think that's good for sleep. Okay, um, let's see. Now I want to take care of my mind, and I don't know how to do this. Um, so maybe, uh, So I have this app. It's a really cool app. It's called Finch. And if you haven't heard of it, even if you don't have bipolar disorder or anything like that, um, it's a really good app for setting goals. And let's see if you can see the little Finch. Isn't he cute? I named him Smellykins. Um, so uh, you can set goals. You can uh, like set reminders. You can, I think actually you need the premium to get reminders, but this is a free app. And it's really, 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 really awesome. It's really helped me achieve my goals, and you get points for achieving your goals, points for setting goals. And he goes on little adventures. If you get enough points, he goes on adventures and he brings you back stuff and he asks you questions. It also has like journaling aspects. It has like self appreciation aspects. So really, it's a cool app. I really like it. I can't recommend it enough. Um, so I'm gonna do set goals, set daily goals. So that's part of taking care of my mind, is just thinking about what I want from the day. And even if I don't achieve them, at least I put it on a list, I tried, and I did my best. So setting daily goals um, would be important and helpful. And I've got the perfect app for it. I'm gonna actually type um, the name of the app in case you guys want to try it. I highly suggest it. It's really cute, especially Darsha, as you are. Um, it's just nice if it like I think being a homemaker or being the one who is home all the time is a really thankless job if you're doing a lot of stuff, if you're washing dishes, if you're doing this, if you're doing that, if you're doing laundry, blah blah blah. And you know this is yeah, this you get to cross it off, and I totally know what you mean. I love crossing things off with red lines. Yes, ugh. If that works for you, perfect. But with Finch, you get points, and that helps you like level up and stuff like that. There's also another one I have, but I always forget to use it. It's like a dungeon crawler game. It's called Habitica. Oh, I'm so sorry, Zach. I know that's so hard for you. Just know that he is here with us. Um, and if people are in our thoughts, they're never really gone. So, thinking about you and your family on this day, and just about that. So, thanks for coming in and sharing that with us. Um, so, I have set daily goals. I think about them every day. It's hard. I was a provider, student, and mom forever. So now at 50, I feel like I know it is over. Yeah, I totally understand. But like, I'm in the same boat as you, and I'm trying. People have been telling me, it's a new beginning. It's this, it's that. Which part of the reason why I'm drawing the death tarot card is because death is a really good card to get in a tarot reading. I don't know if you guys are um, into tarot at all or that kind of thing. I'm drawing tarot cards to put up here. But death is a good card to get in a reading because it means the end of something and a new beginning. And that's what death really is, right? It's a new beginning. It's a new um it's just a new start. And so that part of your life, yes, is dead, but we have new beginnings to go to. And I'm trying to think of it that way, not that my life is over, because it feels like my life is over. I totally understand. That's why I am on here making a list, checking it twice, trying to find out what the fuck to do with my life. Because it feels like my life is over and I feel like useless. I feel like shit, you know? In my life also. I'm so glad you didn't, Zach. And like that is so brave for you to talk about. Suicide is so pervasive in so many of our thoughts. I have dealt with my own share of suicidal thoughts, and um, I'm really glad you're here. I'm glad you're all here because we're a family. You know, we have blood relatives. Um, we have blood relatives, and then we have chosen family. And you guys are chosen family. And I love you guys, and I'm so glad you're here, Zach. So, um, no, it's fine. It's fine. You needed to say what you needed to say. It's fine. So I'm glad you put it out there because it's important for you to know that you're important and you deserve to be here. I'm glad you did. Um, I'm really glad you did. And here's a plug. If you are feeling suicidal, you feel like you're going to hurt yourself, please go to the hospital. Please go to the emergency room. Take care of yourself. You are the most important thing in this world. Your life. It's more valuable than anything else in this world. If you feel unsafe, please go to the ER. They will take care of you. Just got to put that out there. I've done it before. Um, it didn't feel like a proud moment, but it was an essential moment for me, and I'm glad I did because that's why I'm still here. So, um, you know, just wanted to put that out there. If you're feeling that way, please seek help. Um, so let's get back to goals. I think we're almost done. I don't want to set too many and fail immediately. I want to trying to figure out how I want to anti-bullying. Ian, I saw your amazing video about bullying yesterday. I almost missed. Thank you so much. I saw your comments and I really appreciated that. I have a lot of things in my past that I'm not proud of, um, but I always want to um, grow from it and be better. And I've had that opportunity, and I want to share that um, because also I got my mom to start making hats for Hat Not Hate, so I'm really excited about that. I can't wait to give hats this year. Um, so yeah, um, it's really important. So yeah, so thank you for that. It really touched me. That comment really touched me. So thank you. Um, so I'm trying to think how I set mental goals. How do I set mental goals? I need things to stimulate my mind. I need things to calm my mind. I need things to treat my illnesses. So, oh, Zach, a lot of people have those days. I have those days more frequently, probably, than I should. And it's finding the meaning in us. And that's why I, am making this list, because I feel worthless. I feel worthless. If I don't have purpose, I feel worthless. And I honestly was raised to feel worthless if I didn't have a purpose. And no shade on my parents at all. Um, but, you know, I, through those feelings, we can discover that we can be better, do better, feel better. Also, Zach, therapy can help. So, I don't know if you've ever thought about therapy, but it can be really helpful. Right now, I get therapy through BetterHelp. This is not sponsored, but I get therapy through BetterHelp. I'm about to switch over because my insurance doesn't cover my provider, so that's going to be a joyous occasion. I will check on what I missed when I get back. When do you live stream next? You are not worthless. You're inspiring us. You are. Exactly. Um, oh, I don't know if you're talking about me or Zach, but Zach is inspiring us. Yeah, no, definitely check back in whenever. Um, you know, everyone has a life. So we've been on here like over an hour. So, um, yeah. When do I live stream next? I will probably live stream either tonight or tomorrow sometime. I don't really make a schedule for a live stream, but maybe that can be one of the things I add on here. Um, so, yeah, I maybe I can make a schedule because that would be easier for people to follow along with. Um, but it'll be today or tomorrow. I I don't have anything else to do. My life is dull. So thank you for joining me, Darsha. I really appreciate it. Take care. Enjoy the farmers market. Um, set daily goals. I feel like I'm kind of um, drained um, by trying to make this list, and I feel like I'm drained, but I'm overwhelmed at the same time. And even though I haven't really uh, put that much together, I think I need to maybe take a step back because I'm looking at this list and I'm just like, what do I do? I need to think about how I take care of my mental health. And if you have any suggestions, I would greatly appreciate it. Um, I'm not a big believer in like, look in the mirror and tell yourself you're beautiful, like that kind of affirmation shit. I just don't really like that. It's weird to me. Um, so I need to, I have some workbooks that I could work on, but it's like we're doing like a page of your workbook every day. That feels like, you know, eventually I'm going to run out of workbooks, then I'm not going to have anything to do. What do I do? So I don't know. I have to think about how to take care of my mental health. So I'm gonna leave you guys with that and head out. But thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. And thank you for dealing with my embarrassing, frankly, stories of me not taking care of myself. And I really appreciate all of you guys. Zach, I'm so glad you're here. And I, I just want to say that you're just a light in my life, and I'm just really glad you're here. All of you guys are lights in my life. Honestly, I picked up a crochet needle instead of a pen, so I just was like whipping this around. Um, all of you guys are a light in my life, and you guys are my chosen family. So thank you for participating and helping me out. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye.